Right then, people, we are back inside the building. How are we doing? We are live on Cubcamtv, and I am super excited to get into today's interview. This is a bit of a one-off. It's the first time we've done one of these in kind of different circumstances. As you can see, I've got the new green screen behind me. We are live on the line with an absolute legend today, someone who really has paved the kind of way for a lot of grime producers to be as individual as they are with their sound, someone who's made a massive difference to UK music on an underground level. Man like Rude Kid joins us on the line. How are you doing, sir?
What's going on, man? How you doing? That was a good intro, man. I like that.
You know what? I won't lie. I've been practicing it for the last 10 minutes on repeat to make sure it pops.
It sounded good.
There we go. How are you, first of all, man? How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Getting on with it, man. I can't complain.
That's what we like to hear, man. That's what we like to hear. I mean, Obviously, during lockdown, we've kind of seen a lot of different things happening. We've seen a lot of people kind of working on different projects and different kind of avenues to keep their creativity going in different ways. And obviously, with yourself, the kind of big thing we've seen towards the end of lockdown is the launch of this, this brand new EP. Obviously, with yourself and Spyro, it's a massive deal. Arguably, probably two of the biggest producers in grime right now, and probably for the last sort of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, however many years it's been. How long has this been in the works?
I'm not gonna lie, man. I think probably since last year. It was a thing where we said, yeah, let's do a joint project, but then I had loads of shows, he had loads of shows, and it became a thing where, like, yeah, let's not rush it either. Let's just do it like organically. And then it got to a point where it was finished. It got mastered, and then it was like I weren't really happy with two things, and then had to get remastered and stuff. And then Spyro called me last week and said, yeah, let's put it out next Friday. Right, no longness, nothing. Let's just put it out next Friday. And I just called my distributors, and they sorted it straight away, man.
Amazing. So it was one of those ones where it was kind of like, you know what, we've been dawdling a bit too long on it. We're going to just go, right, it's out, it's done.
Taking long, man. Yeah, even on my Instagram, I was teasing people, and then it was just like, you know what, let's just put it out, man. It just felt right to do it now.
Wicked, man. Yeah, to be honest, I think it's a really good time to do it, because we are now at a point where we're starting to see kind of socially distant shows popping up again. We're seeing radio stations open up again, and obviously for a grime EP, they're the kind of places you want to be kind of hitting with it. So with the release, did you kind of have a kind of plan or a strategy with it, or was it pretty much just put it out there and let's get the response?
There is no strategy. The strategy is like nothing. Just let that collab do its own promo. Like, I think it's exciting for people to see a Rukin and Spyro joint like EP. It's only 6 tracks, but it's exciting.
Definitely, man.
I feel like that has just done the promo itself. Like, even the artwork is just a picture of me and him just in the studio.
Definitely.
There's nothing to it. Like, there is no special like font or whatever on there. You know, there's no mad artwork. It's just a picture. I was like, no, let's just keep it me and you. Like, and that's all it needs to be.
Definitely, man. And the thing is as well, when I was obviously there's a little advert in the middle of the screen for the EP. Make sure you do go and grab it. But when I was looking for the EP artwork at like when it dropped yesterday, I was looking around going, I can't find any EP artwork anyway. All I can find is this picture. That's the only thing. And then I realised that was the actual that was the artwork.
That is the artwork. Yeah, that is it, man. At first I was gonna put a text and stuff on there and do the whole photo shoot with me and Spyro and blah blah blah. But then I thought this picture is so real. It's us in the studio, and I think Jamaica took that picture.
Like, oh wow!
It's just literally us in the studio for the first time, and yeah, and it's whilst we were making one of the tunes, like so.
There we go. I mean, that's what you kind of want, and I think just kind of diving into the EP as well. Obviously, as we kind of discussed how it came together. The thing that I was listening through the EP yesterday when you sent it over, and the thing I really noticed about the general kind of compositional value is every tune seems to be a really good blend of both of your kind of I want to say kind of classic attributes when you put tunes together, like the sort of sounds you're using, the kind of patterns you're using. Was that a natural thing, or did you kind of sit down and go, we need to make sure every tune is the pair of us entirely?
Nah, it was just a natural thing, man. I think if we wanted to do that, like a thing where we wanted to make it obvious, I would have used like more beta sounds that I've used in other songs. I would have told him to do the same, but this was more like me having a melody and the drum pattern and then saying, yeah, like this is sick. Let's finish it. Like the Win the Ting song was exactly that. I had the melody, the drums, whatever, and then Spyro added the madness to it as well. Like, you get me?
Yeah. No, definitely, man.
Like the first 4 tunes are all 50-50. And at the last 2 tunes, I was like, let me put one of my tunes and you put one of your tunes. Instead of just having 4 tracks, I thought let's give them a bit more.
Give them the kind of bonus on top of it. I mean, it works really well as an EP, man. And I think, as we were kind of saying earlier, you are 2 kind of very staple figures within grime at the moment on that production kind of angle. Obviously, you both have very important radio shows within the scene. You both have like a breadth of experience over the years, and obviously, you've been working on a lot of kind of vocal stuff as well. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on with Gets at the moment. How's that been as a process, kind of working with Gets on such a regular basis?
It's cool, man. I think the guy's a genius. Like, I feel like my style of music and the way he delivers it is just perfect. Like, you know what I mean? And I think people really like it. Like, even Mozambique, man, it's doing really well.
Definitely. I mean, that I was going to say that as a tune. I did want to dive into the production on that slightly, because obviously you've probably seen the amount I've been raving about it online with like reaction videos and stuff. Yeah. And the thing I found so amazing about that was that the way the production on that developed, which is something I find is actually quite rare in grime. As production, it tends to be you'll have the intro, the main section, the chorus, and then that'll be it, kind of not necessarily looping, but it'll be the same elements going over and over. With Mozambique, I found it was a tune that like constantly grew. There were more elements coming into the fray every kind of 8 bars. So with that, is that something you're going to try and like look to carry on with the stuff you're making, or was it kind of just was it the kind of atmosphere for when that tune was being made, it made sense?
It made sense, but you know what, credit to Gets as well, and TJ. Like, TJ, he added like the West Coast synth in the tune. He added certain things to the tune, and I think Gets from the start told me he doesn't want a loop sounding tune. So even like the JK bit and stuff, that's when I changed up the beat and started doing things. But their whole switch out thing, man, that's like kind of credit to them, man, as well. Like, obviously, even the switch is my tune as well, but it was like Gets, man, he's like kind of pushing the boundary, and now it's like even some of the tunes I got, I always try to keep it different. That's why so many people say like I can just listen to your instrumentals without an MC. Like, it's not boring. It's not just a loop. I try to make it as interesting as possible when I make instrumentals. So the process of even me making a tune is, can I listen to this all the way through without being bored? Like, and that's how I really finish instrumentals, you know.
Definitely. No, I can feel that, and I think that's been something that's been quite staple with your instrumentals for a while, because we hear Rude Kid tunes getting dropped in sort of live sets quite often, and it will be the instrumental rather than a vocal version a lot of the time. I think that's honestly it's a very difficult thing to do, to have a grime instrumental that can be played on its own. There aren't that many. If you kind of look back over the history, there aren't that many that still kind of stand that test of time to be able to be played on their one. So kind of with that then, moving back to this Spyro EP, was there a tune on there that you remember kind of sitting down and making and being like, this is the one? Like, was there one that kind of stuck out in the process?
Might be the first tune, man. Win the Ting, I think, on the EP. I feel like that one was like a headbanger, man. Like, that one's repetitive, but it is like, I know that when that tune gets dropped in an Eskimo dance, for example, it's gonna go off. Yeah. Like, I think even the bass, man, like, it's just, I don't know. To me, like, I like that one. Like, it's sick. But on that EP, yeah, definitely that. I'm going to say that.
Wicked. Okay, cool. So kind of kind things forward then, obviously, you have been very busy during lockdown. Obviously, we've seen a lot of the radio stuff popping. We're seeing you bring like a lot of kind of newer names, or let's say less discovered names through to the show quite often. Like, when was that? When did you decide that was going to be a thing that you really wanted to push?
The thing with the show now is, like, I realized that DJs that are just DJs, they don't do anything else. They don't really get much opportunities, you know. Like, they don't get a chance to mix here and there. And I see a lot of hunger in certain DJs. Certain DJs might even just be better than me, but they don't get that looking, you know what I mean? And I feel like there's a lot of people out there that deserve to be heard. So my whole thing, even with bringing like people on the show, like the DJs, especially the new name DJs, and people that make good music, like MCs or whatever, that ain't really too heard. But if I hear the quality and I can tell that this tune took time, I'm gonna support it, man, because I feel like it's very important. I feel like a lot of people wait for artists or DJs to have a name before they support.
Yeah, no, I feel it, definitely.
Yeah, man, and that's cool, man. Like, that's all good, man. Like, certain people might not even be on certain people's radar. Like, I wasn't on anyone's radar when I first started. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And it just took time, consistency. Like, but I feel like a lot of these people deserve opportunities, man. And like I said, man, like, I get it. If you're a DJ, it's very difficult. Like, what can you really do? Like, just guest mixes here and there. Like, but yeah, man, I just try to help out as much as possible because I know what it feels like.
Yeah, no, fully. And I think the kind of interesting thing now is with all of these kind of established kind of radio shows and platforms that weren't necessarily there, say sort of 10, 15 years ago or whatever, like when people were trying to break through, they were trying to break through onto platforms that weren't necessarily specific to the genre a lot of the time. They were trying to break through platforms that were almost split across all sorts of rap music, all sorts of kind of instrumental dance music. There was no real kind of places where grime was the prominent thing. Whereas now, we have got these kind of platforms, and obviously yourself heading up one of them with the show. Like with that, do you feel a certain level of responsibility to kind of bring people through?
Kind of. I feel like I try to stay as natural as possible, man. Like I try to not, like, I don't know what the word is. I try not to like, I try not to overdo it, if that makes sense. Like, I still have a show. I still need to put on a good show, so I can't play every tune that's unheard. You know what I mean? I still need to provide for the, because I'm on a legal station, man. Like, get me, with mad listeners. So you always have to cater for them too, because someone might be listening that doesn't even know what grime is. So you have to show them the Skepta tunes, and you know what I mean? Like,
of course. It's about the balance at the end of the day.
It's about the balance, exactly. Yeah, that's the correct word. And in between that, I'll fling in someone new that no one even knows, but the tune is wicked. Like, you know what I mean? The tune's good. They might go and like that song and then go listen to the rest of their tunes. So yeah, do I feel any pressure from that? Yes or no, man. There's a lot of people that feel like they deserve to get played, but I'm human. I can't listen to every single email. I met someone not too long ago. I was judging like a MC competition kind of thing, and one of the guys was sick, and he said, like, yeah, man, I've been sending you my tunes, but I showed him my emails. I was like, bro, it's very difficult to see.
Of course.
What's what? You know what I mean? Sometimes I might miss an email, but I'm not doing it on purpose. Like, I just can't read like thousands of emails.
Yeah, I'm fully.
And listen to the songs at the same time.
Yeah, I think there's often a bit of a thing with kind of artists, especially newer people, trying to understand how many emails someone in your position is going to be getting sent on a daily basis with new music in. You know, I feel there's so much kind of new music out there, and you have to kind of think, even though there are these platforms established now, there are still only a few. So that's where the majority of the kind of email traffic is going to be heading with new music. So I think that there's a level of understanding I feel people kind of need with that to kind of go, obviously keep sending the music in, but just be aware that people aren't going to be able to check every single tune every single time. Yeah, man. Yeah, of course. And you know what? There's like we got loads of social media platforms now where you can promote your stuff, like Instagram and stuff. Sometimes people tag me on an Instagram post or whatever, like, check this out or whatever. And I'll probably will check it out. And if the video looks sick or I can see energy, like, who did I see? A guy called Mischief. I see he clashed Funky D on Lord of the Mics. Yeah. Him, I saw like a random video of him MCing on a station. I was like, this guy's sick. Like, and I just shouted at him, man. Yeah, come to my Christmas set, man. Like, you're sick. You know what I mean? Like, back to the guy I was saying when I was judging that competition, him as well. I was like, come to my Christmas set. You're sick.
Like, and this is him saying, I've been sending you music, you ain't even heard it. But then I just happened to hear him then.
Yeah, so there is a kind of level, I suppose, then of right place, right time with kind of finding people and people kind of getting their music to you, I suppose.
Yeah, that is. And you know what? It's not just me. It's just like there's loads of other DJs, but the key to this music game is patience, bro. Like, and I think a lot of people might not have that. They might think they've been doing music for years and they're still not getting the credit they deserve, but everyone else has done the same. Like, you know what I mean? I was making tunes for years before anyone was even doing anything.
Yeah, no, fully. I put this in an article quite recently, actually. The idea of kind of overnight success being a bit of a myth at the end of the day, because everyone you see who's kind of had this kind of almost seemingly instant growth has been doing it behind the scenes for a long period of time. Just because you've only just heard of someone doesn't mean they've only just started at the end of the day.
Sorry, bro, can you repeat that?
Yeah, so just because you've only just heard of someone, it doesn't mean they've only just started their journey.
Exactly. And I say that to a lot of people because I've come from that, bro. Like, I've come from a place where I knew nobody. Like, all I had was MSN. Yeah. For tunes. Like, I didn't have anything else, man. Like, this is why I feel passionate about helping people, man. Like, and do you know what else? I see some producers going through hard times as well, and I always try to tell them as well, like, stick at it, because I've been through that too. Like, you know what I mean? But
definitely. The most important thing about this is it's a long game. At the end of the day, it's a long game. No one really has this instantaneous overnight pop. It does take time. Some people it takes 2 years. Some people it takes 10. Some people it takes 20. It's just it depends on what you're doing, and it's going to be different for each individual person. But kind of like
100%.
kind of like moving on from that. Then obviously during lockdown, I presume there's been kind of stuff bubbling away behind the scenes. This EP being one of them. Obviously, you've been working on the show, but I kind of want to look into the future for yourself, because obviously you're someone who's involved in a lot of different things. You're involved in a lot of shows in regards to playing live shows as well. So briefly to touch on that, are you looking forward to getting back into the dances?
Oh, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Like, I actually can't wait. Like, my shows on my own, the shows with Gets, like, I actually can't wait, man. Like, it's been a long time. I've never had like a period like this where I've done nothing. Like, you know, I haven't even DJ'd. Like, so yeah, man, I actually can't wait.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, bro. I mean, kind of looking at it and kind of going, especially off some of the footage we've been seeing. I mean, everyone kind of talks about that, the kind of legendary video, the kind of legendary footage we've seen of yourself and Get to Eskimo, like that kind of footage there. We kind of see that and go, I want to go and see the pair of them live. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
So, like, kind of with that, just to kind of zone in, is there a show that you've done kind of, obviously not recently because no one's been doing shows, but kind of over the last couple of years that really like sticks out for you and kind of makes you go, that's why I do this?
I feel like for me, there's a few moments where I've just left and just been silent and taken it in. Like I did Leeds once on a Relentless stage. It was like 16,000 people.
Mad. And
that is just seeing a sea of people, bro. Like, it's mad. It's just mad. Or even like people tweeting you the next day like you were sick, man. Like, blah blah blah. Even things like that, it's crazy. Like, or even going to like America to do South by Southwest, or going to different countries to do shows. That all sometimes feels like, hold on, I'm in a different country.
Yeah, fully. Is there some? I was gonna say, is there somewhere you've been where you didn't expect the reaction to be as good as it was?
I'm trying to think of what country. Do you know what what country am I gonna say? I was gonna say Australia first, but then the first time I went to Prague, time ago, I didn't expect that reaction, and I've been there loads of times now. But even Australia, like, I know I knew people like the music, but not like that. Like,
not like a full dance jumping up and down on a crazy one.
Yeah, like I didn't expect that. So yeah, there's loads of countries. I'm probably gonna come off the phone soon and think, I should have said that country as well. But yeah, I think. But speaking of countries, I always want to go to Japan. I just want to go to Japan and play music there. Like, that's one of my goals.
Definitely. Yeah, no, I feel it, man. I feel Japan is definitely, especially for grime for some reason, I feel there is kind of like an affinity with, at some point, playing that Japan show. I don't know why that is, why there's that affinity, but I feel like it's almost like a part of that world tour. When you kind of like dot around and start playing abroad, Japan's one of the ones that you kind of need to do.
100%.
There we go. Okay, cool. So we've got a few minutes left still. I mean, we haven't really got a time limit, but I want to make sure we're not keeping you for too long. With kind of like future plans, then obviously, as I was saying, you're involved in a lot of things. We're waiting on shows to happen. Like, what else is on the way for yourself?
I'm just gonna put out singles, bro. My own singles, like Rooted featuring. That's the next step, and I want to experiment with different sounds. Add different music. I can't really say who's on the tunes.
Of course.
They're gonna be sick, regardless. Expanding the radio show, making it much better. And that's it, man. And just keep trying to put out sick music, bro.
Definitely.
To be honest. Like,
what I was going to ask is there a bit of like an archive that's been built up during this lockdown period? Because I'm assuming the tunes with Spyro weren't the only things you've kind of been working on.
No. So during the lockdown, I had like 2 tunes on Sneak Bowl's album. I had the JK Novocaine tune out as well. And then what else have I had out during lockdown? I'm trying to think. Obviously the Get Smozan beat tune. There was a lot of tunes I had planned for the year, throughout the year, from Jan, but obviously that the plan was to release them in March, but we couldn't. So I've held back a lot of music. So yeah, when the time's right, they'll all come out.
That's what we like to hear, man. I mean, it's exciting. It's exciting for me, obviously, as a fan, to kind of hear that there is stuff bubbling away. Obviously, we've seen the release of the EP overnight, yesterday evening to this morning, however you want to put it. So I'm going to say to everyone, make sure you do go and grab it. It's a really good demonstration of how to kind of bring collaborations together and how you can really fuse two kind of like essentially iconic grime sounds together with how it's been put together. I'm a massive fan of having listened through it a couple of times. Rukid, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on. Just before we finish up, is there any other things that you've got on the way that you wanted to kind of bring to attention?
Nah, man. Just I feel like we've covered everything.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, man. Respect for the interview as well. Make sure you get the EP, man. Whoever's listening.
There we go. That's what we're talking about. Okay, one time as well. What's the best social media tags for people to get you on? I always forget to ask.
Rukid Music on all socials: Instagram, Twitter. Just Rukid Music, simple spellings.
That's what we like to hear. Okay, dude. Well, we're gonna finish up there. Then I'm gonna run a tune for the outro. Thanks for jumping on the line. We'll speak soon, and we'll stay in touch.
I'm out, wicked.
Bless.
Cool.
Sounds of the school.